All right, welcome back to Top 5 Vinyl, where we show love to vinyl owners. Today I'm here with Nia. How's it going over there, Nia?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Thanks for being a part of this with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely. So I think I initially met you on Instagram. Can you let the people know on Instagram where they can find you?
Yes, my Instagram is sound dot boulevard BLVD underscore.
Nice, nice.
Mm.
And I also understand you have a blog out there. Can you let the people know about the blog and where they can find it?
Yes, you can check my blog out on Substack. It is If Sound Boulevard Could Talk. That
Mm,
is the name of my blog. If you know who James Baldwin is, it's kind of like a flip on his book If Beale Street Could
mm,
Talk. So if you can
mm.
find that, yeah.
Cool, cool.
Mhm.
Okay, and I'll put that information at the bottom of the screen so they can find it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And before we officially get started, I want everybody to like the channel, subscribe, all that fun stuff you guys got to do. Always a tongue twister for me. All that fun stuff you guys got to do in YouTube land out there. So make sure to like and subscribe. With that being said, Nia, let's hit the rewind button. Did you
Cool.
grow up in a house with a record player?
This is a tricky
Mm,
answer
okay.
because yes and no. For context, so my dad, I remember being younger, it was Father's Day, and my dad asked me and my mom to get him this like big wooden Crosley
Mm,
record player because he wanted to I guess record his cassette tapes and put them on CDs or something.
mm-hmm,
And he didn't really use it much after he finished doing that.
mm-hmm,
So I would always see it, but I never interacted with it.
mm,
Um, that's why I say yes and no. And there was another like turntable that we had, like a sound system that my dad had, and it had a turntable on the top. And I didn't know we had it until I was like really deep into collecting at that point. So that's why I say yes and no, because we didn't
mm.
really use it, but it was around,
Right,
you know?
right. Okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense. I
yeah.
get it. So, how did you get started in collecting records?
Yeah, so my mom collects CDs. So honestly, when I was little, I always thought it was really cool to have like physical media in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And her being able to take the CDs and change them out in the car and having the book on top of the dash and everything, I always thought that was just really, really cool. So
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to start a collection with music to some capacity, but it wasn't until there's two people I could shout out. My first was my fourth grade teacher. She I was in her very first class she ever taught, and so
Mm-hmm.
the way that she went about teaching wasn't the most conventional because she has Buddhist practices as well. So we incorporated a lot of those beliefs in. And there was this mat that she had. I don't remember the name, but there was a record player in the back. So she would let us go up and
Mm-hmm.
spin different records that she would bring every
Mm-hmm.
day, depending on how she was feeling. So that was my first exposure. And then my mom's younger sister, my aunt, she married this really cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he has this massive
Mm-hmm.
record collection. And the first time he was a DJ.
Okay.
So that's, yeah. So when I first saw it, I think I was like maybe 15 or 16. And I looked and I was like, I don't have a job right now, but the second I get a job, this is going to be something that
That's
I get
funny.
into. Yeah.
Uh, wow, it's pretty cool. Cool story.
Mhm.
Okay. So, do you remember the first vinyl that you bought with your own money?
Yes, it was Baduizm by
Mm,
Erykah Badu.
okay.
Yeah, I love that record a lot. The story with that, I never heard any songs like outside of the hits off of
Mm,
that record, and I was with my friends. I think it was summer right before college. So one of my other friends had just started collecting. I bought a Midnight Marauders for his first record
mm,
beforehand. And so we went to the store and I happened to see it there and I just felt drawn to
mm,
it. I never heard it before. So when
mm,
I finally grabbed my dad's Crosley, that wooden record player I was talking about earlier,
mm.
and put it on, I was just like, yeah, I have to keep doing this.
That's awesome.
It's now signed to by her.
Mm,
I saw, when did I see Erica last? It was August of last year when she was doing that tour with Alchemist for the album
mm, mm,
that didn't release yet.
mm,
I wonder when that's gonna come out, but she signed it there, so that
mm.
record has a really like special place in my heart for
That's
sure.
so cool. Okay.
Hmm.
And in all your travels, do you have a favorite record store you've been to?
There's so many. There's
Hmm.
so many. I'm always gonna shout out home.
Hmm.
Shout out to Lunchbox Records that
Hmm.
got that.
Hmm.
That's where most of these came from, honestly. There's another record store here called Hardy Boys that I love too. They're newer,
Hmm.
and so I shop there a lot. But if it were to be out of town, one that I really love, this was when I was living in DC. I went to this place called Joint Custody a lot, and I really
Hmm.
loved the record store, and that record store specifically because you could also get vintage clothing there too.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it was like the best of both worlds, and I found a
Right.
lot of really good used and OG presses there.
Hmm. Okay. That's cool.
Hmm.
That's cool. Which vinyl record do you not own you're dying to get your hands on?
That's a lot of answers. The first name that popped up in my head, the first artist was Mint Condition.
Mm,
If they ever have a press for Mint Condition, specifically from the Mint Factory, I
mm,
would be so,
mm,
I would jump on it immediately. I love that album so much. I'm just
mm,
waiting patiently when they
mm.
say, hey, we
It's
finally
available.
have it.
Right.
Yeah, the second I see it, I'm getting it
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. That's cool.
Mhm.
Okay. And of the five vinyl records you're going to show us, have you seen any of them perform live before?
Um, all except one.
Okay.
All except one.
All right.
Hmm.
Cool. Cool. With that being said, Nia, this is top five vinyl. Can you share the number
Hey,
five? What is the fifth vinyl record you have in front of you right now?
you take it out the sleeves.
Hmm. I know that those cornrows anywhere. Huh. Mm-hmm.
Fifth is going to be D'Angelo. One, rest in peace to him. I wanted to start off with him for that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my fourth record that I've ever bought. And what I used to do was I would like number them. I don't know if you can see it, but I would number each one.
Mm-hmm.
I lost track after 100. So the first like 100, if you ever look at my collection, like you'll see the number. But
Hmm.
I same thing with Botawism. I hadn't heard any of the other songs on here or outside of the singles until I bought this record.
Mm,
And ever since I played it, I've just like, this has just always been in my rotation. There's always at least one or two songs that will be in my shuffle, in a playlist.
mm,
I'll tell people to go listen to these specific songs. I just really love it. I think what makes me really love this album a lot too is the fact that this young man, he was 19 when he
mm,
made this album.
mm,
And for him to have the amount of like soul and like creative depth and like the subject matter of the content he was talking about, the way he talked about love, or like one of the songs was straight cuss words, so I'm not gonna say it, but
mm,
you know what song I'm talking about.
mm, mm,
Just talking about infidelity and
mm,
all of those things. For him to be 19 and have that like concept of that and be able to speak to in such a way that's so relatable, I think it's a really beautiful thing. And
mm,
I just love the aesthetic. And he's just this cool like kid. So
mm.
yeah, I really do love this album. So rest in peace to D'Angelo. And yeah,
Was he one of the people that you got to see live before?
no,
Okay, okay,
no. And
gotcha.
it's unfortunate. I remember he was going to be at the Roots Festival, I think if it wasn't last year. I think it was last year. I was trying to get tickets to go, or if not 2024. I was trying to get tickets to go, but I wasn't able to. They sold out really quickly, I think, because D'Angelo was going to
Mm,
be a headliner.
mm,
But
mm,
yeah, I think around that time was when he found out he was sick. So
mm,
I
mm.
wish I got to see him.
Right. Yeah.
That would have been an amazing experience. But I have seen like Raphael Sadiq, who worked with him on Ladies. So I guess I could
Ha.
take that. You know, I'll take
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I got it. I got it. All right, cool. That's your number five. Let's go ahead and take a look at your number four.
Ugh, I have two presses of this one.
Mm,
I'll take them both out.
okay.
So my fourth is gonna be To Pimp a Butterfly.
Mm, mm,
Um, this came out when I was in 10th grade.
mm,
On 10th grade when this album dropped. I remember purposely waiting like 8 months to listen to it
mm,
originally. Because in high school, everyone's talking about it and everyone's saying all these different things. And so I kind of wanted to have my own
mm,
perspective of it. And I'm
Mm,
so glad I waited and just chose to listen to it on my own time. My first time listening to it, I actually was in DC. I have family up there as well.
mm,
So I was in DC and it was Thanksgiving and we were driving around and we were going to the monuments. So it was actually really funny that this is the cover.
mm,
And the level of introspection that's in this record is absolutely amazing. I love all the features. For him to have George Clinton and Ronald Isley and Bilal and these amazing, amazing artists be featured on his second album is one, just tells his artistry, but also just really just shows how much they believe in
mm,
this young man in Kendrick
mm,
Lamar. And like
mm,
this album made me a fan of his to the T of like I'm saying this is my number one like favorite rapper for sure.
mm,
I love the jazz in here, the stories that were told. And this is another album I could play top to bottom, no
mm,
hesitation, just like Brown
mm.
Sugar. If I'm driving somewhere or anything, I will put this album on top to bottom. I'm screaming in my car
Uh,
every single song.
right.
So
Mm,
yeah, I really do love this album.
nice. Cool.
Mhm.
That's your number four. Let's go ahead and take a look at your number three.
Three. Number three is going to be Oxymoron
Mm,
by Schoolboy Q.
mm-hmm.
Going back to Kendrick, I'm also very biased towards TDE, Top Dog
Uh,
Entertainment. I love all the I love all the artists on TDE.
mm-hmm.
So this album, I think this came out right after Good Kid, Mad City. I
Mm-hmm.
think I remember like doing a lot of research. When I like something, I do a lot of research on it. So I was seeing a lot of commentary about how they were comparing this album to Good Kid, Mad City, and I didn't understand why because the content is so different.
Right.
Extremely. I love how gritty this album is, even down to the album cover. And like I know all the songs on here. Just another album I'll play like top to bottom, like and don't skip anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I met him for the Blue Lips tour in
Mm-hmm.
2024, and he
Mm-hmm.
signed this with a bunch of my other records I had of his, and he
Mm-hmm.
signed it. So this is like probably this is definitely my rotation in like high school, and
Yeah.
yeah, I just love it. I love
Mm-hmm.
everything about it.
What's on the back of that one? You turn that thing around.
On the back, it has, I think this is Schoolboy Q, and I think that's his daughter in
Okay.
the throne. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
Hmm.
Cool. Cool. All right. That's your number three.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your number two.
Number two, I have two presses this as well, so I have them both up.
Hmm.
Number two is Born Center by
Mm.
J.Cole.
Mm.
So I'm from North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
and
Hmm.
J. Cole being from North Carolina, and also being that he just dropped his alleged final album, that I
Mm-hmm.
had to put this in here. I played this album a lot too in high school. I remember like it I think it dropped like a month before I started ninth grade. So this
Mm-hmm.
plays a very important piece in my heart. He also signed this at
Hmm.
the trunk sale tour that he's been doing recently. He
Mm-hmm.
stopped by in Charlotte and he was able to sign this with a couple others.
Mm.
This was the last one he signed out of the two before he left, and I was not gonna leave till he signed this. I was
Right.
very like dead set on it. What I
Mm.
love about this one too is I didn't show what To Pimp a Butterfly looked like the 10th anniversary press, but this one has like it's a gold record, so I really like
Mm.
the color
Mm.
of them.
That's nice.
But yeah, I really do love this album. Again, ninth grade me for sure. This kind of shaped hip hop. Like the three I've just showed you just really shaped how I viewed hip hop. And
Mm.
it caused me to look up like other artists too or dive deeper into like, Tribe Called Quest and
Mm.
like Wu Tang and all of them as well. So,
Mm.
mhm.
That's cool. All right. Nia, with a grand finale, what do we have for number one?
The grand finale is this is Ninth
Mm.
Wonder's, well, not Ninth Wonder. This is the single Girl by Destiny's Child. Ninth Wonder produced this album.
Mm-hmm.
Ninth Wonder is one of my favorite producers, and
Mm-hmm.
I've had the opportunity to, meet him and like play a beat for him and stuff and build a
Mm-hmm.
connection with him. So it's really, really cool. But
Mm-hmm.
I really do love this song specifically and just the album Destiny's Fulfilled in general.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very rare. I bought this from one of my coworkers actually because her dad was a DJ, and so she sells records, and so I happened to stumble across this and I had to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he signed this to, I think it was earlier. It was in January of this year because he has an album with another Charlotte native called Ruben. His name's Ruben Vincent, and they
Mm-hmm.
did an album together.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to that show and I was able to speak with him there as well. But yeah, I really do love this song for the message. It's just about being friends and like looking out for each other and making sure that
Mm-hmm.
like you want what's best for your friends in
Right.
every aspect of life. So, and that's something that I align with.
Mm,
So
that's
yeah,
awesome.
very happy to have this single. Very, very
Hmm.
blessed to
That's
have
so
found
cool.
it. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah. All right, Nia, can you let the people know one more time where they can find you and your blog?
Absolutely. Y'all can find me at sound dot boulevard underscore, and I'll spell it SOUND dot BLVD underscore. And my blog is If Sound Boulevard Could Talk on Substack.
Nice. All right, cool. Nia, thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
Thank you so
Oh yeah,
much.
have a good one.
You too.